Hello student, I am Anjali Sinha, your geography teacher. We were discussing chapter 4 climate. Today we will discuss the climatic controls. Student, there are 6 major controls of the climate of any place. They are number 1 latitude, second, altitude. Third, pressure and wind system. Fourth, distance from the sea. Fifth, ocean current. And sixth, relief features. First, latitude. Due to curvature shape of the earth, amount of solar energy received varies according to latitude. As a result, air temperature generally decreases from the equator towards the poles. Look at the diagram. The area lies near the equator receives direct rays, and the area those are away from the equator, they receives slanting rays. And student, you know, direct rays has more heats and slanting rays have less heats because they fall on large area. Next, altitude. As one goes from the surface of the earth to higher altitude, the atmosphere becomes less denser and temperature decreases. The hills are therefore cooler during summer. Look at the diagram. Sea level. Near sea level, air is denser. As we move up from the sea level, the air becomes less denser. Therefore, temperature decreases as we move up from the sea level. Per 165 meters, there is 1 degree decrease in temperature, which is known as lapse rate. Third point, pressure and wind system. The pressure and wind system of any area depends on the latitude and altitudes of the place. Thus, it influences the temperature and rainfall pattern. Student, look at the diagram. Whole earth is divided into 4 pressure belts. First one, equatorial low pressure belt. Second, subtropical high pressure belt. Third, subpolar low pressure belt. And fourth, polar high pressure belt. Between these belts, you have seen the wind directions. These winds are permanent winds. Permanent winds never change their direction. Wind always blow from high pressure to low pressure area. Next, distance from the sea. The sea exerts a moderating influence on climate. As the distance from the sea increases, its moderating influence decreases and the people experience extreme weather condition. This condition is known as continentally, means very hot during summer and very cold during winters. Look at the diagram. Land breeze and sea breeze. Because of land breeze and sea breeze, The coastal areas have moderating influence. Look at the diagram. Daytime, land is warmer and sea is cooler, so winds blow from sea to land and known as sea breeze. During the night, land is cooler and water body is warmer, so winds blow from land to sea. This is known as land breeze. They influence the coastal area. Next now, ocean current. Student, you know there are two types of ocean current, warm and cold. Ocean currents along with onshore winds affect the climate of the coastal area. For example, any coastal area with warm or cold current flowing past it will be warm or cold if the winds are onshore. Look at the diagram. North America, western side we have Alaska, and the red arrow shows the warm Alaska current. And eastern side of Canada, you have seen the yellow arrow which shows the blue arrows which shows the cold current. Now you know Alaska, due to warm ocean current, their coast is free from snow or ice during the winter, but at the same latitude in eastern side of Canada, their seaports are frozen during the winter because of cold Labrador currents. Next, relief features. Relief too plays a major role in determining the climate of a place. High mountains act as barrier for cold or hot winds. They may also cause precipitation if they are high enough and lies in the path of rain-bearing winds. The leeward side of mountain remains relatively dry. Look at the diagram. Moisture-laden winds, when they come close to the mountain, they rise on the mountain, and at certain height they cool down and condensation takes the place. They form the cloud and rainfall occurs in windward side. Leeward side is dry and they comes in rain shadow area. That's all for today. See you next time. Take very good care of yourself. Thank you.